Hi everyone, I'm Jesse Guo, District Manager at Avalue Technology. I'm here to introduce Avalue industrial panel PCs as well as demonstrate typical uses in MES at smart factories. First, I'd like to share something about the development of Industry 1.0 to Industry 4.0. In the first industrial revolution, which is the beginning of Industry 1.0, an age of machinery, complete with machine-driven factories, was created. In other words, machines replaced human labor. In the second industrial revolution, which started in the 19th century, mankind entered an age of specialization and assembly lines, in which electricity replaced traditional machinery. And in the third industrial revolution, which started towards the end of the 1960s, people began using digital information and automation technology, which meant that automation replaced traditional electric equipment. The fourth industrial revolution, starting at the dawn of the 21st century, led to information management. In simple terms, it's the combination of big data, AI, Google, and the internet, all integrated with automation. So in the automated factory, we can see the implementation of Industry 4.0 smart manufacturing. But what does it include? It basically incorporates automation, which is the domain of Industry 3.0, into the internet, big data, and AI. At the same time, it creates workflow management over the entire production process, a combination of informatization and automation. So what kinds of products does Avalue have in the automation and information categories to implement this? So first, we see the most traditional. We have the LPC Resistive Touch Industrial Panel PC. On the left side here, you'll see a silver-colored computer. As for screen size, Avalue offers a 10 to 19-inch industrial LCD display. It offers reliable and industrial-grade resistive touch capabilities. In regards to the CPU, Avalue offers a range of options from the energy-efficient Intel J1900 series up to the 6th and 7th generation Intel Core and Celeron chips. The operational temperature extends from -10 to 60 degrees Celsius. As for operating systems, we support Windows 7, 8, and 10. And its main advantage is that it's reliable and durable. With the development of Industry 4.0 and information technology, we at Avalue have made corresponding preparations. And alongside our customers' real-world experiences, we created the Ark Series of industrial-grade touchscreen all-in-one PCs. Its advantages are a more fluid touchscreen experience and larger display options. Here we can see that in addition to the 10 and 17-inch options, we have also added a 21-inch and an even larger 32-inch option. We used a multi-point capacitive touchscreen that's both ultra-reliable and industrial. As for internals, we used the energy-efficient Intel J1900 all the way up to the 6th and 7th generation Core and Celeron chips. It's compatible with the entire line of Windows 7, 8, and 10 operating systems. So at this point, why are we so adamant about introducing the Ark series? Here on my left side, you can see this black-colored computer. The first point I want to mention is that through many years of real-world customer experience, in a lot of situations, you'll find that with a traditional resistive touchscreen, it loses functionality under wet conditions and also in work environments where gloves are used. But as you can see here, it's still running smoothly. This is because we made thorough industrial and technological adjustments based on our customers' experiences and feedback. So you can see from the video that we conducted usability tests under wet conditions as well as with gloves. In addition, we find that in many situations, the computer may encounter impacts by foreign objects, hard objects, and even tools. With traditional panel PCs, these would cause the screen to break, which is not ideal in work environments. With the Ark series, we perfected special processes to create reinforcement against all kinds of impacts, and that is what makes us different. Now moving on to informatization. Through our talks with workers, we find that in addition to retrieving simple systems data on site, workers also retrieve a large amount of blueprints from cloud storage, including SOP blueprints. In these situations, we may need to resize, reorder, or reorient depending on the on-site needs or equipment needs for that industry. Currently, all of these are impossible to do with traditional single-point resistive touchscreens in the LPC series. These are only possible with capacitive touchscreens, which is why we have incorporated this technology as well. As I said previously, whether it's the earlier resistive touch panel PCs or the capacitive touch panel PCs, we have used processors built by Intel. But as China's requirements for autonomous and controllable chips has increased in recent years, we have also worked in developing Chinese-built chips and a line of autonomous and controllable all-in-one panel PCs. Now let me first introduce the autonomous and controllable all-in-one industrial panel PC that we have built. At the same time, it can still integrate with different operating systems. In addition to the traditional Windows operating system, we've made sure that it's also compatible with Neo Kylin, Kylin OS, and other China-based operating systems, so we are prepared for that. In this picture, what I want to stress is that while we have chosen to continue working with Intel's processors, we have also elected to utilize Zhaoxin processors. And with the continued development of hardware, networks, and wireless communications, we will innovate alongside the technological advancements, such as expanding into 5G networks. As for panel PCs, we are currently the only company on the market with a 5G-capable panel PC. Now that the product demonstration is complete, I also want to say that we have an abundance of feedback from many different industries and sufficient incentive to constantly improve our products. Let me show everyone some example cases. This one involves the car industry. This is a real example where we help them build a production line MES. It covers the entire production process as far as production line control, work reports, including some parts scanning, and inputting data for finished products. Fulfilling this kind of all-encompassing work is a continued development based on the needs of the entire manufacturing industry. This is the actual picture of a production line MES, where we collaborated with a certain heavy-duty automotive company. This is a complete overview of another automotive production line MES. And finally, a glass production company. This setup is used in factories all across China, a typical example of MES. Here is an application of production line MES in a spring manufacturer. This is a project where we collaborated with a metal forging company and automotive company. This is a cooperation with a household appliance group. They use this MES in all of their factories. This is a demonstration of how production line MES can serve as SOP management with a cell phone manufacturer. This is a fleet management system we set up for a courier business that helps manage its entire fleet of vehicles. Its main purpose is controlling workflow by managing dispatches, directing unloading, and scanning in deliveries. Here we use special reinforcements for this particular workspace. This is an example of production line MES for a precision manufacturing company, a measuring tools company. My presentation will end here. I hope I gave everyone a practical demonstration.